Okay, so this is for the second thought prompt. And the topic that I chose was politics. And okay, so the first question is asking me if I align myself with the Democratic, Republican, or Independent Party. So I'm not completely right. I'm not completely left. Which makes me an independent because I just feel like that both parties are just full of crap and corrupted. The second question is asking me, what are the most important issues for our country today? So the top three issues of America today, I feel like, is the coronavirus, racism, and climate change. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's many more issues that are currently going on, but I just feel like these three are the most important, and I just came up with these in my head right now. So I just feel like we'll always remember the year 2020 as the year of the virus. Not only has this virus killed thousands of people across the world, it's left many without employment. I mean, therefore, families are struggling to feed and just take general care of themselves. If unemployment continues to go on, it could be a spark for riots and violence. When it comes to racism, this has been a problem in America for centuries. I don't understand why our country still hasn't found a solution to a problem that has been going on for generations. America has always been about finding problems and fixing them. I don't understand why we can't just fix racism. Okay, so moving on to climate change. This is definitely a problem that people need to look out for. People don't understand how fragile our planet is. We cannot continue to cause harm and pollution to it. According to climate.nasa.gov, the heat-trapping nature of carbon dioxide and other gases was demonstrated in the mid-19th century. Their ability to affect the transfer of infrared energy through the atmosphere is the scientific basis of many instruments flown by NASA. There is no question that increased levels of greenhouse gases must cause Earth to warm in response. So overall, those are the most important issues of America today to me. So the next question is asking me if what do I see for the future of our country, and do I think Obama was a good president? Why or why not? So answering the first question, I just feel like our country's future is screwed. To be honest, I feel like everyone, especially young people today, love the idea of socialism. And these young people are going to be the future adults of America, like, soon. And it's kind of scary that most of these people are socialists. Capitalism is the way to go, and it's always been the way to go. And answering the second question, when it comes to Obama, I wasn't really paying attention to politics or anything that was going on when he was in office. He was elected when I was 8 years old. And I think he dropped out of office. Not dropped out, but, his time was done when I was 16, 15 or something like that. So I was just really focused on just completing high school and playing basketball, just doing kid stuff. I wasn't really, watching Fox News or CNN or anything like that. And the next question is asking me if I like Trump. No, that's not what it's asking. It's asking me if I think he's a good president. Why or why not? To me, Trump is and he's not a good president. The only reason that I believe that he's a good president is because he seems like the only one that's kind of like willing to ride for our country. He seems like the only one that's against the idea of socialism and communism. But other than that, he's obnoxious. He's definitely racist. Some people try to deny that, but he definitely is. He's obnoxious and he's just a clown, to be honest. Why would you want to have a clown, to represent your country? And for next question is asking me, what are the pros and cons for Trump? It's like I said, the pros is that he's an anti-socialist. And the cons, he spends 50% of his time on Twitter and 0% of his time fixing his racist attitude. That's a lot of time. 50% of your time is a lot of time that you spend online and just talking a bunch of crap. And the last question is, how important do you feel this upcoming election 2020 is and why? So honestly, I feel like this election is probably the most important election of all time. Because, you either have, Trump, which is full capitalism, and Biden, which is, full socialism. So, you have two of the exact opposite. So if you're gonna go vote for socialism, I mean, like, you better have a good reason for it. You can't just go out and vote because you think it's cool or anything like that. You should vote because you think you have an opinion and you want to, like, express that opinion. So yeah.